Man, and the voice acting is just crazy piercing, man. They make it feel so real. Man. There's almost no story on par with what Attack on Titan just dished out in this episode. There's hardly any show that has the amount of information that this episode alone dropped. The amount of info that they dropped in this episode is enough to run through 2 extra seasons of any show, which they gave us in 20 minutes. Hence the last part when Kruger asked that question, is it really that interesting? I know that most people that saw the part that they threw that other stupid officer down there was like, yes. Okay, so Armin finally woke up and they have gone to the basement. Yeah, they saw Grisha's books that he left. That is the book of all mysteries. Anyway, some mysteries though. Now they showed this other civilization that was technologically advanced, like we saw airships and whatnot, with walls and them wearing armbands and all. I mean, totally crazy shift from what we have known so far. Anyway, he dragged his sister, that is Grisha, out of the walls to see the airship, and well, that's where we left off in the last episode. Let's see how things goes on from here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe button. So without further ado, let's get into this. Onigashima. Okay. Man, and they even added more glow up to these scenes. Gosh, and cars, man, it's amazing, having all this while those on the other side really have nothing. I mean, the world is really crazy, man. Wow. Even the architecture of the buildings, everything just looks new and very modern that day. Wow. I mean, it's even crazy seeing this, even though I've watched this before. Watching it again is really mind-blowing when I just think about all this. What the hell? Okay. Here we go with all the information. I'm just super amazed with the glow up and all. I mean, it's just so fantastic. Wow. Gosh, the detailing is spectacular. And they didn't notice them before now. Wow. They didn't have any, they just ran off. And the reality is just thrust onto your face. I mean, for kids like this, oh wait. Wow, God, I can never get used to that. I mean, for kids, I mean, kai. No way. No freaking way, man. Sent to their paradise. They make it sound like a good thing. Yeah, after all that beating, it's what's to watch. And see all the factory plumes just spewing out in the atmosphere. I mean, it's just now I'm noticing it. The other time I was just too focused on Grisha's sister, man. Oh gosh, this is so brutal. Can you imagine? And it's crazy that they portray all this in anime. I mean, when like in reality all this happens, like really it happens. People are just messed up.
ご指導いただきありがとうございます。我が具足には教育し直しておきますので。
この男たち
And
に
it's crazy that they could do nothing but just bootlick.
私は父に、この男にめまいのするような憎しみを覚え、それ以上に自分の愚かさを呪った。
Hi, too bad.
今から1820年前、我々の祖先ユミル・フリッツは大地の悪魔と契約し巨人の力を手に入れる。ユミルは死後も9つの巨人に魂を分け、
Yeah, here comes so much information.
大国マーレを滅ぼし、この大陸の支配者となる。ユミルの民は他の民族を下等人種と決めつけ弾圧を始めた。
Ha.
財産を奪い、他民族に無理やり子を産ませ、ユミルの民を増やした。
Man, that's messed up.
約1700年続いた。
Wow, almost 2 centuries.
かつての大
Rather, 2 millenniums rather.
国に内部工作を挑み、さらには9つの巨人のうち7つを手駒に従え、80年前の巨人大戦に勝利したのだ。
Okay, okay.
パラディ島に三重の壁を築き、国民と共にそこへ逃げ込んだ。我々の祖先は見捨てられ、この大陸に取り残されたが、
Okay, so the remaining of them were behind, while that of the king and most of his followers fled to
壮
paradise.
絶だった。ご主人様の言いつけを守り、危機として己の祖先を卑下する姿は犬さながらであった。
Man, truly messed up, Joe.
は嘘をついて
But there was nothing he could do at this point.
何か都合の悪いことがあるから嘘をついた。
言うな。この建物は壁が薄い。
きっとあの男がフェイを。
黙れ。
Wow.
言っただろう。我々の祖先は大罪人だ。優勢思想に走り民族浄化を。俺もフェイもそんなことしてない。街を歩いただけだ。
I mean, gosh.
お前はなんだ。そんなに父さんと母さんと楽園に行きたいのか。
That's sending them off to the island where we have all known for the past 3 seasons.
関係ないことだ。我々にできることはこの収容区でただつつましく生きることだ。頼むからどうぞ。
10 men of man, so much.
同じ目に合わせないでくれ。
Bitter fear.
間違っているのはどちらだろうか。私かこの世界か。
It was both,
わかった。
but what rather?
おそらくは両方だろ
Yeah.
う。私は無知で愚かで、世界は理不
Just
尽
imagine.
で狂っている。
Hi.
私が己の道を見つけたのは18の時。何の考えもなく父の診療所を継ごうとしていた頃だった。
この切り傷はどうしました？これは同胞の証です。
Patriots.
あなたの妹はマーレ当局の男に殺された。我々に
I keep wondering how he
マーレ
knew.
政府の内通者がいます。
Okay, yeah, okay. That person relayed the information to him. And it looks like he wanted to recruit him from the onset due to his maybe facial reaction to all the story and all.
真相を知った時、心に誓った。本当の悪魔はどちらか教えてやる。我々の祖先がやったことは正しかったのだ。
Hi.
再び世界を正すためには
But wait, though, let's look at all those people again.
どちらか教えてやる。
All these characters, especially the bearded dude. This guy too was the small titan we saw in the beginning inside the supply chamber. That bearded one was the one that swallowed Armin. I mean, it's lovely just seeing this again, man. And it's so just crazy. Well, let's keep going.
再び世界を正すためには、エルディアを復活させなくてはならない。
Revolution.
マーレ政府の内通者は、フクロウと呼ばれ、姿を見せることなく復権派を導いた。
Uprising.
これが真実だ。我々の始祖ユミルは、巨人の力に目覚め、荒れ地を耕し、
Different from what they had been told. Then at the end, what is the truth? What should you believe?
させたんだ。
Hi.
俺たちが教わった歴史は全て。よくこの古語が読めたな。
いや、まだほとんど解読できてないんだ。そんなことすぐにわかるだろう。なぜなら俺は始祖ユミルを信じている。俺たちは選ばれし神の子、ユミルの民だ。
どうしよう。フクロウが人を使わしたぞ。
皆さん、はじめまして。私はダイナ・フリッツとも。
Dinah Fritz.
血を引くものです。
Man, a crazy addition to their lot.
命に導かれるままに、その身を
Love at first sight.
彼女は大陸に存在する王家の末裔の最後の一人であり、
Okay.
情報を復権派にもたらした。間違いない。王が壁の中に持ち去った始祖の巨人。これさえ手にすれば他の巨人全てを支配し、マーレを撃ち滅ぼすことができる。
しかし、そのような絶対的な力を持っておきながら、なぜ島まで退くことに？
Yeah, good point.
からです。
Okay.
王は巨人対戦時、大陸内の力の均衡を保つという役目を放棄し、辺境の島に都を移したのです。私たちのこの惨めな日々は、王が争いから
Wait, let me get that again.
島に都を
Okay,
移
move
し
the
たのです。
capital to a remote island. That's that island, okay.
この惨めな日々は、王が争いから目を背けたことから始まったのです。
戦おう。我々エルディアの民のために大陸に
Tatakai.
始祖の巨人をお納めするのだ。
Wow.
あれを打倒し、エルディアの誇りを問い
Man, only if it's that easy. Wow. The feeling is mutual indeed.
私たちは結婚し、男子を授かった。名はジーク。
Zeke.
王家の血を引く
Man.
きっとこの子は私たちを勝利に導
The
いて
Beast
くれるぞ。
Titan.
時代は移り、人は変わる。世の中が急速に発展してゆく頃、エルディア復権派は転機を迎える。
聞けエルディア人よ、これより大陸各地の
マーレ政府が我々ユミルの民から7つの巨人を継承する器としてマーレの戦士を募ったのだ。
Okay, so they started that quite recently.
マーレ政府が動き出した理由は、技術の発展による資源争奪の時代にいち早く対応するためらしい。莫大な化石燃料を埋蔵するパラディ島は決して無視できるものではなくなった。
Okay, that's
しかし
those ice burst stones and the rest that they used for that night lights, and that was beneath the race chapel.
地上のすべてを平らにならすだろう。
Wow, quite scary,
この
man.
脅威が健在であるうちは正面から手出しはできない。
Ah, man, so much info.
マーレ政府の目的は我々と同じ。壁内に侵入し、始祖の巨人を奪還することである。
All have their eyes on it.
どうする？
We'll go and get it first.
マーレに先を越されてしまう。
いや、手段は残されている。我々の息子ジークをマーレの戦士にす
Now
る
look
のだ。
at him playing with a little beast doll. Quite crazy. Man, this is so wrong, man. This is wrong on every level.
間違っている。だがお前は誰よりもマーレの教えに従順に従わなければならない。
あなたが晴らすのよ。
Hi.
わかった。
Try to see the look on his eyes. No.
し
This
か
is
し
so
私
bad.
は知っていたはずだ。
You can't just force your ideas on a child like that.
からの思想に染め上げる罪深さを、王家の血を引く子でもエルディア復権の希望でもなく、ジーク自身と向き合ったことが必要でもあっただろうか。何にせよ、ジークは自らと祖父祖母の安全、
Totally just snitched on them. Kai.
愚かな良心をマーレ政府に差し出すことと引き換えに。
Man, so crazy, man. One crazy event after another.
着いたぞ。
And that's just it, within 12 minutes, man. I don't know if there's any other anime that can dump that amount of information to its viewers in just 12 minutes.
そうだ、エルディア人反逆者の流刑地。パラディ島、お前たちはここで終身刑となる。無垢の巨人となってな。
Ah, fine. Chopped off their fingers.
答えろ、フクロウは誰だ？それは残念だ。もう一本行こう。
Man, haunting screams.
あんたと会ったことがある。
Okay, was guy at the bank
覚え
of
ていたか。
that airship.
あの日のことを忘れるものか。
頼む、殺してくれ。やだ。さっさと歩け。クライス、グリシャか？どうなってる？なんでジークが俺たちを密告するんだ？お前の息子だろ。 お前に全てを託したのが間違いだったんだ。復権派もダイナもなんとか
Man, and the voice acting is just crazy piercing, man. Chai. They make it feel so real.
生きのいいのがいるな。お前は自由だ。
The same guy. That voice.
下にまっすぐ走れ。運が良かったら壁までたどり着けるぞ。
Man, dude is messed up.
グロス総長。ん？お前はここは初めてか？こうしておくとこれから生み出す巨人どもがあいつに惹かれてさっさといなくなる。まあすぐに食われるがな。妹を殺した当局の男。さあ、今回は数が多いぞ。どんどんやっていこう。
Man, so sad. And that's how all of them came to be, and the ones we saw in season 1. This is them, man. Never could we have thought that they were just fellow compatriots, fellow people, like from the same place and all initially.
うるさくてかなわんぞ。
こいつにはまだ尋問したいことがある。先に進めてくれ。
もったいねえ、悪魔の血じゃなきゃな。
Try, man. That's Dinah.
ダイナ。
あなた。
洗いざらい全部話したぞ。彼女は大きな。黙れ。
Wow.
まさかこいつがもみ消したのか。
して黙らせろよ。
グリシャ、私はあなたを探し出すから。
巨人同士でよろしくやってる。
Hi. Okay, back to the present. And they were seeing all that.
ここ。
Ah, man.
エレン、落ち着いて。ここは懲罰室で。今さ、私はって言った。
I was having nightmares, but on
泣い
that,
てるの？
it was real.
エレン。
なんかすっげえ長い夢を見ていた気がするんだけど。いや。
I think this flashes started mostly after season 2 when he used the coordinate when he
親父の
touched
記憶とつながっ
that smiley titan.
あの巨人、お前だったんだな。ダイナ。
Ah, Char.
見ろ、お前
The first wife ate the second wife. Man,
本当はあっちの男
really
に気が
crazy.
あったようだな。
黙れ。お前だろう。15年前、8歳の妹を犬に食わせたのはお前だ。
Man, how people can just be cruel.
お前ら先に船に戻ってろ。
あ、了解です。
クルーガー、尋問はもう済んだろ。今回はそいつに踊ってもらうぞ。
And the way it's like his delights, having a delight in all this.
お前は巨人にしない
Really
で。
messed up, man. That's really
3、4
crazy.
メートルくらいの巨人に調整するから、こいつと戦ってくれ。
I wonder how they were able to control their sizes. I mean, this one that he's explicitly saying it.
食われるのが見たいとでも言うのか。
Is it by the quantity of the fluid or I don't
面
know?
白いからだろ。どうかしてると思うか。でも、人は残酷なのが見たいんだよ。
And there's some truth in what he's saying, though.
何か物足りんのだろうな。生の実感ってやつか。自分が死ぬのは今日かもしれんと感じて生きる。それが生き物の正常な思考なの。
I don't just understand, man. Kai.
入れる心構えがある。なぜならこうやって残酷な世界と理解を深めているからだ。ああ、お前の妹、息子
Can you imagine? Educational. Kai. Kai, man. Just so fucking messed up. But pardon my language.
あ、言いたいことはわかる。息子が同じ目にあったらと思うと胸が締め付けられる。かわいそうに。エルディア人でさえなければな。
As if they had the control with that.
あれがお前らの正体なん
They
だ。
have a control with who they were born as. Just
吸収しただけで巨大な化け物になる。お前らエルディア人をこの世から一匹残らず。これは全人類の願いなんだよ。
and so messed up.
心が痛むわ
And
けだ。
people wonder why Eren turned out the way he turned out.
お前ら復権派は俺たちマーレに何をしようとした。
嘘だ。俺は真実を知っている。僕の人々を豊かで。
なあ、偉大な歴史があったんだろ。下にいる友達と。
And the voice acting of this episode was just really insanely good.
妹が読んでるぞ。
Nice, man. Gosh, this guy was just so freaking annoying. Gosh, man. Have a taste of your own medicine. Mother. I don't want to complete that statement.
どうだこれが面白いと思うか
I'm sure that question was to the viewers. Was it that interesting watching all that?
覚えておけよグリシャ巨人の
And
力
I'm sure people say yes, and just like I said, Attack on Titan. Hajime Isayama. Very tricky there. Was it that interesting to see that? Man, what a question. Wow. Man. There's almost no story on par with what Attack on Titan just dished out in this episode. Like, totally crazy insane, man. 20 minutes of loaded information that can be enough to run 2 seasons, which they gave us in 20 minutes. Really crazy. Wow, man, one of the best episodes yet. I mean, there's hardly any show that has the amount of information that this episode alone dropped. I mean, the amount of info that they dropped in this episode is enough to run through 2 extra seasons of any show. I mean, what the hell? Like, so freaking crazy from start to finish. Just so much info, especially the first 12 minutes. It was just mind-blowing. Anyway, let's take it from the beginning. I love that I'm watching this again. It's just really quite lovely and just interesting and just intriguing and fascinating all at the same time. Anyway, it's really, really crazy that people can be so cruel, feeding that small girl to dogs. I mean, like, for what? I wonder how people can stomach such cruelty and even do such. I mean, like, I'm talking just in fiction alone, I'm talking like reality. If you check a history of events and things, you will just shake your head with how much cruel people can be. It's really just insane. And the last part when Kruger asked that question, is it really that interesting? I know that most people that saw the part that they threw that other stupid officer down there for the Titan to eat him was like, yes, I mean, even me, that's how I reacted both the first watch and even now I'm watching again like, man, gosh, the writer really it's really crazy with his writing and all, and the voice acting was just crazy, over the top, fantastic. Anyway, so the king fled the main continent to the island, taking the people that he could take, but as always, not everybody will be able to flee with him and all, leaving other people there, and hence they faced a whole lot of persecution and discrimination there on another level. Wow, gosh. I mean, forcing your ideals on your own child just to further your own plot. I mean, that boy was just a kid. He hasn't even figured out what he should do with his own life. I mean, he just did all that. I mean, I don't really blame him for turning them in, at least. Anyway, at least we'll get more on that later and all, but gosh, that's really just totally messed up to see all together, just trying to brainwash your child into exactly what you are doing and all. Why not just leave the child to figure out his own path? I mean, it's really quite insane. And so Dinah Fritz was his first wife, and she went on to it's the second wife. I mean, although it's not voluntary, but man, the idea of it is really just insane. And the way the writer just does this is really crazy when you think about it, how you connect this story together. I mean, it's so intricately and intensely well done. Gosh, I'm just amazed anytime I just look at this. It's really just crazy fantastic. Wow, so The worlds are made up of numerous titans, as was shown in the end of the season 1, where we saw a titan from the portion of the world that fell. Now this just shows it more, and it just looks more insanely amazing all at the same time. And all. Man, God, the story just really, it comes full circle when you think about it, and it just solidifies why things ended up the way it ended up, and all, seeing all these, the craziness of it all, and well, man, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overjoyed at the same time. I'm just like in deep thought at the same time. Like, it's just a roller coaster of feelings in me after watching this episode. It's really just crazy, mind boggling. I mean, the level of things people can do, and all, just like even the statement of what that man was saying, like only if they weren't born LDNs, as if they have a control over what they are being born as, or who gives birth to them. Like, they just come out and they end up being aliens. I mean, nobody has control over that, and all. And we just still see this even today, like in reality today, like this. I mean, elements of what is shown here is still occurring today. Wow. Well, it's really quite crazy, and man, Kruger transforming into that his own attack titan was wow. It's really just insane. And man. Well, I'll anchor this here. I think I've said a lot for this outro. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Is there any other thing I didn't touch on? Okay, so one more thing. So the quest to get the founding titan is recent quest, seeing that it's just as they sent Ryan, Bertolt, and the others to get the founding titan. So it just happens just immediately after this, and it's not as if they were doing it formally. They just wanted to start doing it now. Hence the reason why Ryan came and the rest came, and all this happened in the past season. So really quite interesting to know. And one more thing, so Eren's visions started getting profound, like at this point, and it was triggered by after he touched the Smiley Titan, which is Dinah. I mean, wow, really, really quite insane. Anyway, I'll anchor this here. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.